Well, welcome back, my friends, all to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. A Tops Mac 7 Dagger rendition. Now, here's the deal. Here's the whole kit and caboodle. The last time we had Leo and Craig on for Tops, I was irritated that I couldn't find a dagger that felt good in hand. Now, I love daggers. Let me say that up front. And I asked them, kind of half joking, for them to come up with a dagger. And Leo said, Scab, we got one that we discontinued, but we think you'd like. Let us send it to you to check out. I said, hell yeah. It can't be that bad. And I was really frustrated because I love daggers. I always have. I always will. But the problem a lot of times with daggers is they'll put a little damn handle on it or a dinky handle on it and a big blade, or it's just the balance is off. I'm telling you this one is a throwback way back, I believe, to the original lineup. I love this thing. I love the balance point. It just speaks to me. Now, let me give you some specs before we go through it. And right here, I do this, and I say this every time, but this kind of started off, kind of as a joke, kind of little dicking around thing. But I got to where I really like using, whether it's a fighting knife or a dagger or something like this on it. Now, I'm not trained, I'm not skilled, and you can clearly see that. But it gives you a good idea. It gives me a good idea of the response time of the knife. Like, is it a knife that I have to work to stab? Is it a knife I have to work to keep up with the swinging dummy with? Or is it an extension of me? This one is more an extension of me. Now, this is a 10-ply trailer tire from work that we are stabbing. I don't know why I keep saying we, it's me. I'm stabbing the shit out of, and we're going to do a little food prep. Now, this is a weapon, plain and simple. And before everybody always puts this in the damn, it can all be a weapon. Yes, all knives can be a weapon. This is purpose built to be a weapon. This isn't a food prep knife. It's not a bushcraft knife. It's not a camping knife. It can be if you have the right skill set. This is a weapon. Now, overall length is 12 1/4 inches. The blade length, and what I'm going to do is go from the tip of the blade to the point of the G10 handle material is 6.5. 6.5 from point to point. And if you look at the knife, I'll show you a couple good shots of it in this video. You can see where the G10 handle scales come up to a point. That's 6.5. The cutting edge is going to be 6 inches. Now, 6 inches per side to make that a little, make it make sense. There are the serrations at the bottom are, let's see, that looks like 7/8. So each side has about 7/8 of an inch of serrations. That's a throwback style there. I like the way this knife feels in hand. Now, the pommel is almost like a pry bar. So it's wicked. Doing some quick flat chops there. What I was saying about a weapon is this. Certain knives I can approach and I can attack from a point of view of, let's test it out, bushcrafty, campy, let's see the versatility. This one I'm doing some different things with to check the stoutness of the knife, to check the balance of the knife. Came pretty damn sharp. Here we're doing the J.C. Owens tip test, where we basically just make a bow drill divot, and then we're going to stab that wood here. Now, what you will notice throughout this video, I do a lot of stabbing. I stabbed a tire. I stabbed some carpet padding. I stabbed some tire tread on a block, and of course stabbing this wood. All four give me a different surface. Like stabbing a tire, even though that's a trailer tire and it's super tough, there's going to be some bounce, and when you punch through it, it's going to go straight through it, right? That carpet padding, believe it or not, is thick as hell, and you just kind of run, it stops. It just stops dead ass. You see that G10 point there. Right here, I had to sandblast this morning. Brake jumped up on me. So this carpet padding here is a lot thicker and a lot more dense. Now, I like using the carpet padding to see if there's anything that would hinder that knife going in or out. And what I'm pulling around there, what I'm going to rotate around there, is what that is behind the plastic. Now, I'm not ruining or wrecking this carpet padding. This is stuff we tear into little chunks to put between rails for shipping. So I'm just getting it ready to go. You see right there, good penetration. I almost took this part out. That's that sandblast hose. It's the 1 inch inner diameter 4-ply sandblast hose. Probably the toughest cutting medium that I cut. Well, it's not probably, it is. Hands down one of the toughest, because once you break through, then you still got to cut it, right? But I thought, no, let's show the knife work. It took a minute. It really did. Now, the other side is, the way this dagger is, it's thicker in the middle and it flares down, right? So it's probably not the best for slicing, probably a lot better for slashing and stabbing, right? But I wanted to show you that it is sharp enough to cut that stuff, and show you there that I threw it right past the stump. Old Scab's spot on. So we did some hard downward throws. We did the Donnie Bial day drop test. Again, just some quick, hard throws. The knife has a great balance. It feels good in hand. It's 1095 steel. The coating held up. You see the balance point there. And right here, we're just cutting some ratchet strap. Again, this is a slasher. This is a stabber. This is a weapon. But it's good to see that the knife came sharp enough to cut that ratchet strap a couple of times. The next thing I'm going to do is throw it down and use the tip. All these are things that I like to use to show the sharpness of the knife from tip all the way to the bottom, and just try some different stuff. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous knife. See there, the little screwdriver handle, and you can see how it's kind of flared there, but it's a beautiful knife. It's got two, what I would call facing up. I don't know if those are blade catches. I'm not sure. You could use them as that, I think, if you're that skilled. I'm not sure exactly what those are for, but the tip came razor sharp. And the other side is this. I was super impressed with the grip. Now, let me give you the handle specs. It's an asymmetrical handle, right? When they're done right, when an asymmetrical handle is done right, there's very, very little that I like more. I'll tell you this, the inner grip, and that's where your knuckles ride, is 4 3/4. And obviously anything that one side's going to be, the other side's going to be. Any hand in the world can grab this. That's why I was so excited about checking out this dagger. It gives your hand plenty of purchase. It gives you control. It does have some guard. The G10 is grippy as hell. Now, right there, that was a old welding machine plug. No damage. Those are some stout, thick copper wires. Hacked right through it. I wasn't trying to cut it. I was trying to straight chop to give the edge a little bit of pressure. I needed to cut myself some extra tire. I stabbed tire tread yesterday. And I guess we turned the camera off when we should have turned it on, and then turned it on when we should have turned it off. So I had to scrap that whole series. So when I got to work today, I used this knife, cut me some more tire tread for the stabbing. The truth is, guys, this thing, it always comes down to this. Will I carry it? Yeah, you're damn right. Now I'm going to get me a nice Kydex sheath made for it. I love everything about this knife. And I could pair it with a good pocket fixed blade, maybe the Silent Hero 4, and I'd have exactly what I need. Craig, Leo, guys, thank you so much. And here's the truth, fellas. Here's the truth, everybody listening. Tops is one of those polarizing companies. You either love them or you hate them. Really. I'm a guy that loves them. I've got 10 or 12 of their knives that I've bought. I enjoy it. We've got the Lilith they sent me to check out. It's coming up. But guys, before we end this thing up, listen, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now, stats are everywhere. That's why here on this channel, we focus on the number 0. Anything over 0 is simply unacceptable. Bets you have a place here. Guys, I back the blue, and it's not popular, and I'm okay with that. I don't shove it down your throat. I don't plan on shoving it down your throat. Something I believe in. And a big, again, shout out to New York State's correctional officers, Bobby Shue and those guys. Y'all hang in there. Finally, if you are an addict, and I am, never quit quitting. Well, guys, I'm scared. You're not. The Max 7's badass, son. We got